Hello everyone and welcome back to another World of Tanks video. And in today's video guys, we're gonna have to preview a very interesting tank which you probably saw in the randoms quite often, and you were wondering what is this tank, what is it capable of, and so on and so forth. This is the MBT-B guys, which is coming in the boxes, the second tier 10 from the boxes, which if you're lucky enough you will get it eventually. But nonetheless, let's see what this tank is capable of. We're gonna play a few battles with it, and we'll see if it's actually worth it. So yeah, we'll start by showing what equipment I decided to use, and this is the vertical stabilizer, hardening, and improved ventilation as well. The thing is, you can of course use the turbo, I would say, instead of maybe the ventilation, but it's entirely up to your personal choice. So yeah, beside that, we unlocked the field modification here as well, and I went with boosting my aiming and also a little bit the view range as well, which is probably up to let's see, 400 and something, close to 500 if I'm not mistaken. That's 487 as well. Well, we're gonna go a little bit in the statistics of the tank, and the alpha of the tank is actually 400. If we go here, we can see this straightforward. 400 alpha damage, average penetration with the armor piercing round 260, and APCR with 305 millimeters of penetration. Of course, shield velocity is better with the APCR, and you're gonna see a lot of players, shooting the APCRs instead of the armor piercing rounds, because why not? Shield velocity and better penetration as well, after all, because reasons. Moving forward, the average damage per minute is 3,103, which means you have 3 shells in the magazine. If you remember the Char MLE, the light tank from the French tier 9 as well, and this tank has kind of the same 3 shells, but shooting 800 in the shell, which means, if I'm not mistaken, 2,400, if my math is actually correct. So 2,400 potential in the clip, which is not too bad whatsoever. Hit points wise, 2,320, having the hardening here with no whole armor, to be honest with you, and the turret armor, of course. You only have 200 millimeters of effective armor. And moving a little bit on the tanks GG here, we can see the model and literally showing us that the tank doesn't really have armor whatsoever. You are a heavy tank, but the thing is, you are a support tank. You need to find lonely targets if possible. Well, you need to encounter, you need to face somebody which you can actually kill, maybe, with the potential taking of, taking some damage in exchange, but being sure that you can actually finish him off, or you can actually deal more damage than he does to you. So yeah, as I was saying, effective armor on the turret, 220 in some places, mostly 200, which means you can get penetrated by the tier 8 without any issues whatsoever. So don't expect this tank to bounce too many shots. Side scrape wise, even if you want a side scrape, they're still gonna have a cheek to penetrate, as the armor once again is not too great on this tank. Enough of the armor wise model, and let's move to the mobility a little bit. And we can see straightforward that the tank has 51 kilometers top speed and 16 reverse, which is not too bad. So is turbo really necessary? Not too sure about this. I think the tank is more than capable to reach positions with 50 kilometers per hour, 51 to be more exact. But once again, it's up to everyone's personal opinion or personal decision, to say the least. And as I was saying, the view range is pretty nice as well, and therefore let's get stuck into some battles and see if this tank is actually worth it. Alrighty then guys, we are playing on the Lakeville first map, and it's pretty good for this tank as I can actually use gun depression. Oh, I forgot to mention what the gun depression degrees is, but we're gonna have to check after this as well. We have a Griffon in our team, which is very, very interesting, because this is another new tank And seems something like similar to the concept 1B, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna go straight forward on the valley, as we do have some gun depression and hopefully we can use it. And see how that goes, if that's worth it or not. As I was saying, this tank has 3 shells in the magazine, but those 3 shells can shoot each one twice in a row. And that makes this tank really dangerous. In my opinion, having 800 in a shell is pretty crazy. So yeah, this position is going to be a little bit frustrating because we are playing against 2 arties, and that's not going to be very enjoyable. This tank can also penetrate me without any issues whatsoever. I think we can actually peek against this guy and see the potential. Boom, boom. Pay attention to this. And I think you're gonna die for it. Yep, this is exactly what I'm saying. This tank is really dangerous, really good clip potential, even though you do not have the armor. But the tank itself has really nice potential. The thing is, if we do notice what's happening here, we might as well just try and go back. Why am I saying this? They have a little bit more tanks than we do. Probably we could deal indeed with the Super Conqueror right there, but do we want to take unnecessary shots right there? I'm not too sure about that. And I think I would rather take some shots while running away and just avoid the potential disaster, if I could say so, right? We are minus 2.2 HP. Hopefully we're not losing the town, but we are definitely losing this this side right here. Yeah, can we actually get away? Let's reload some gold as well and see if we can do something about it. The thing is, I'm pretty tall as a tank, and that's not very nice. I do wonder how can we actually escape safely here. Minus 5.5 HP, not very good. Kind of want to find a position to deal some damage or two. Try and support my Griffin. Let's see, maybe here I could shoot this guy, but I would rather. I know I'm spotted. Would be nice to get that second shot as well. Okay, he tries to get me right there. I think I want to go with the RTS so I can have a better. Well, this is World of Tanks for you guys. Guess I didn't know what the RT capabilities are. Well, you get it right straight on. And my battle is ruined already. Pretty fun, right? Really fun. That's what I call World of Tanks right there. With the balance of RTs. Because why not after all? Why not after all, guys? Okay, pretty good. 3.8. If we could have only managed to escape from this. Taking 1000 from the RT is really fun. That was really fun. I don't get why the RT is still so still able to deal so much damage. Like, I don't know, I find it ridiculous in my opinion. I do not have the time to run away. What to do? Probably could get a few more shots. I played two battles offline, and I can say the tank is really capable of a lot of good stuff, and it's really good tank. But yeah, once again, you kind of need teams here. Yeah, of course. Literally all my hit points lost for the RT, and that's not very enjoyable whatsoever. That is just not enjoyable whatsoever. I know I'm gonna probably take some. Alright, cool. Just RT shenanigans right there. thing is I do not have the armor. Pretty sad I missed the first shot. And now kind of he knows. Yeah, he knew exactly that I'm reloading right there. Nonetheless, a very good battle to start with. This battle would have been a way much better battle if the RT would not deal 900 and freaking damage right there for me. Because, you know, RT is just RT, right? And RT is not doing damage. Let's keep this in mind. Either ways, let's go to the post-game stats. So yeah, guys, back again now. Unfortunately, a defeat. I don't think we had a great team, as you can actually see here. The Griffin didn't manage to do much, unfortunately, 862, even though the Griffin has quite some gun depression, if I'm not mistaken. Talking about the gun depression, right? It's minus 10 degrees and 20 degrees elevation angles as well, which is not too bad if you think about it. But nonetheless, we did 5.7k damage here, 3 kills. I think we actually managed to do as much as we could from this. But of course, I mean, it's really not enjoyable or pleasant to get majority of your hit points for the RTs in one go. So yeah, therefore we're just gonna take it and move to the second battle. Alrighty then, guys, we're back at the second battle here. We are playing on Highway, not one of my favorite maps. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, this is not one of my favorite maps. And unfortunately we're playing again in a tier 10 matchmaking with 3 lights and 2 RTs. Well, make it 4 RTs, right? Because, you know, 6 shells in a couple of seconds, which is not going to be too enjoyable whatsoever. I think I'm going to switch to the goal straightforward while I'm getting in town. Once again, I have to admit, mobility is really nice, and I'm not even using turbo, which is pretty good as well. Let's see if we can do something in this not very pleasant map to play with, in my opinion. I think this map needs some changes, but once again, hopefully one day. As I did notice, you know, lately they did some nice changes on the ends. They did some nice changes on the airfield as well, necessary changes, and hopefully soon enough, hopefully they'll do some changes on this map. And the mines as well, that'd be great, right? Pardon me. Oh, maybe. I don't think I'm gonna get there in time. It would have been nice to be here, but oh well, it's perfectly fine. Let's get into position and hopefully we can punish incoming forces as well. And why not, maybe we can avoid some RT shots as well. But until then, it's gonna be a tricky one, as we do not really have many tanks here, and that's not something I'm looking forward to. Okie dokie. Maybe somebody will cross here. Once again, I don't feel like we have many tanks over here. Boom, boom. Okay, pretty cool. He's not gonna pick again. And of course, I mean, enjoyment, achievement. Oh yes, that's right, of course. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Fun. It's fun, overwhelming. This fun is overwhelming, guys. Fun is overstatement. It's actually coming from me. I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. Quite unlucky I didn't get that turret. Okay, mine is down. Nice. I want to see this guy before I do any moves. And we have to keep ourselves unspotted, as that RT is literally... Those RTs actually. We're literally gonna go for us as well. I cannot side creep. Cannot really pick against this guy, as literally that would mean, you know, taking easy damage right there, and that's not something we want to do. I don't know how in the world I spotted this guy. Good. I'll take it. Maybe there must have been a gap between the buildings over there or something. Oh well. That's perfectly fine. So far so good. So far it's not looking too bad. We did manage to get 1.6 out of this and some assistance as well, which makes it really, really nice. As you can see, we are reloaded again. Yeah, reload time is not too bad on this tank. You know, given the fact the tank has no armor as a heavy tank, I don't think it really affects you that much as you're just, you know, that sneaky guy which tries to literally support, to flank, and find opportunities to get easy damage. Like you can let the fight begin and just intervene or interfere after a while, and everything is just fine. At least that's how everything looks like at the moment, and I gotta say it's pretty enjoyable. Alright, cool. Gonna reload again as the Phoebe is literally waiting for me. And I'm gonna have to push in soon. Okay, let's pretend Phoebe is not there. I wouldn't wanna, you know, take another Phoebe shot right there. Or take another 1,000. It's the previous one, right? Alright, we have the project over there. Phoebe must be close, but where exactly? Well, we're gonna find out soon enough. In the meantime, Artie is literally unloading, which is really good. Alright, cool. Spotted by... I'm not sure if that was the Phoebe. I could literally stop and kill the Phoebe. Of course, Artie. This game would literally be way much better without Arties, guys. I'm being completely honest with you, and I think... Right, distance-wise, it's a little bit of an issue by the looks of it. First of all, like my first few shots over there, it wasn't the greatest, but that's fine. We can deal with that. In the meantime, let's reload again. I would love to do a full clip. It's not necessarily a good sniper, expected, but it's still a pretty good tank with a very nice potential. With a very nice potential right there. Both of the arties reloaded, not very nice. Of course. Artie is always gonna shoot the knee tanks, no matter what. Artie is literally gonna shoot always the knee tanks, and that's not something we can enjoy on. Right. Still one more Artie, but where's the Rhino? That is more interesting to me. Where is the Rhino? We still have 2 more shots. And we're gonna keep them for him. Well, let's say 1 shot. But 2 shots. Okay, so he's out there. I'm just gonna probably wait here. We have a good angle. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, the tank can work relatively just really nice. Pretty good score right there. This track in the end really didn't help me out, at all. But nonetheless, we still managed to get 4.5k damage and in total 7.4k combined. So it's not too bad whatsoever. What can I say? Like the tank is really nice in my opinion, right? You do have the ability with that clip to do and to deal a lot of damage, and believe me, a lot of players will perform really well with it. I would expect the expectations to be, I don't know, around 5k damage, but who knows, maybe even more. You know, 5.6 at the moment, fair enough, just because it's tested by other players. But nonetheless, let's get stuck into the third and the last battle. And we are back again in the Serene Coast. This time we are playing in a tier 9 matchmaking and 2 Arties. Once again, Arties, we just can't take a break from Arties. We just literally can't take a break from Arties. Okay, immediately I noticed there's literally not many tanks going on the left side. That's not something I wanna deal with. I would have loved to go on the left side, as we would have, you know, nice gun depression and all. We're gonna go wide, so we don't get spotted by the light tank as well. I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose that left side, because there's not many tanks over there. I'm gonna play full gold in this battle, for obvious reasons. Now the question is, do I want to go straight in? Yeah, there you go. I would have not been able to deal with the 260, 277 right there. It is not in this kind of scenario, right? And it feels like the team is literally not very good either, and that's not something we need. But this is what we have, sadly. Yeah, 4 is literally suiciding as well. Yeah, sure. I think I'm gonna go full reload and then push these 2 guys here. So yeah, once again, like, armor wise of this tank is literally the main issue, and it's not gonna be very enjoyable to deal with tanks unless you have, you know, that lovely clip and you literally go in and punish whoever is trying to be smarty pants right there. I don't really want to take a shot for nothing here. Spotted, proxy spotted, more or less. Yeah, and I'm not gonna even bother with I'm not gonna even bother, you know, shooting my clip right here, because it's literally pointless. Unfortunately, the battle looks like a turbo battle, and that is probably not gonna give me enough time to deal damage. I did not expected that. I did not expected that. Yeah, it looks more like a medium tank, this one. But once again, as I said, mobility is looking really nice. And if you want to be even more faster than you are right now, you can literally switch to the turbo, and that's gonna, you know, provide even better mobility than what I have right now. And it's, you know, like, definitely an option too. Definitely. Not 260 is dead. Not gonna shoot after the light tank, because it's literally pointless. This battle is literally not very nice. It's not a very nice battle to deal with. Turbo, not something to look forward to. I hate this kind of battles. I literally hate this kind of battles. Turbo battles and, you know, stuff like this. It's not very enjoyable whatsoever. It is just not very enjoyable whatsoever. There you go. Once again, this does not take how to say it, the beauty of the tank does not take the ability of the tank to be able to deal damage the way it is. The clip potential is very nice, and once again, you're a really nice heavy to medium tank, to say like this, with a great potential. Yeah, I really think this tank and also the Chieftain MK6 is gonna have a really great potential in World of Tanks, and you know, I'm really surprised Wargaming decided to bring tier 10 tanks in the boxes. You know, this is probably something I would never expected, but I mean, you know, World of Tanks is World of Tanks. We've seen things which we haven't expected in the past as well, so yeah. It's not like we can actually do something about it. Right, unfortunately it was a turbo battle. We didn't manage to get too much out of this battle. But yeah, what can I say? Once again, like, I think in the first 2 battles we literally saw what this tank is actually capable of, the clip potential, even the fact you have no armor whatsoever. But that doesn't make this tank a bad tank at all. So my opinion about this tank, you know, straightforward. It's a pretty good tank. It's gonna be pretty good in the hands of very good players, especially. It works for the average to good players as well. Average good players, very good players, you know, same thing after all. But is it overpowered? It's hard to tell, but the clip potential is really, really nice and powerful as well, if you do ask me. Am I gonna enjoy playing this tank? Of course I will, and I'm looking forward into marking this tank as well, which is not probably gonna be that easy whatsoever. Nonetheless, guys, what can I say? Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as we are thinking to get more content incoming, and hopefully we can manage to do something nice out of this YouTube channel. And yeah, have a wonderful day and see you soon, guys. See you on the battlefield.